Yo, 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 what's up, fam? It's your boy, Brandon the Wizard. I'm right here with my homie, the Problem Child, and
Yo, yo.
he came in for a special guest appearance, and we're gonna talk about, you know, our comic books and some comic books we've been reading, and we're gonna talk about, uh, Kid Venom, which is a book we both were collected reading together, by Tagami. It's a Marvel comic book about Venom, alternate universe Venom. So we're gonna start this off by have my boy introduce himself. Even though I introduced him.
What up? I'm Southern California's independent artist, The Problem Child. You may have heard my music out there, wildly interrupting everything on the internet. Sometimes we do wild ass shit together and create some of the most cosmic, crazy, universal sounds you've ever heard threatening your fucking eardrums.
Yay, yay.
But yeah, I'm just a comic book, fan and hip hop fan as well as my buddy right here. So we just want to talk about some comic books and music today.
Yeah, let's start off with the quick question.
Yeah,
What is your what's your top three favorite superheroes?
Batman first and foremost.
Okay, I see you.
Yeah. Number two, I'd probably have to go with Spawn, just because like how much I've like read and collected his shit, and just like when I think about it, like the aesthetic of how he was drawn and everything, I've just been like drawn to Spawn from the fucking
I feel
day
it.
I heard of him. And number three is like really hard to fill in that because like there's so many people, and I would almost go like a tie between Spider-Man and Wolverine, but I'm gonna give it to Wolverine because I think he
Okay,
would whoop Spidey's
I like
ass.
that. Yeah, I think so too. A lot of people would argue that Spidey would demolish Wolverine.
A lot of people that are Spidey fans would argue that he would demolish my top three, but you
Yeah.
know, everybody to their own. I'm that Batman fan that thinks he could beat everybody.
Yeah.
So you know,
You think Batman can beat Daredevil?
yeah,
Yeah.
mop the floor with
Come
him.
off the floor. Okay. Okay.
No disrespect, Daredevil's
Yeah.
definitely underrated as fuck, but I mean, we're talking about Bruce here.
Yeah. Okay. Let's leave that in the comments. If you think Batman can whoop up Daredevil, or you think Daredevil can whoop up Batman, let's see what the fans think. Leave that in the comments later. Let's see what's going. See where
Come
that
at me, I
goes.
got all the strategies for that ass.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's get into what you're reading right now. Actually.
I wanted to start off number one with my favorite thing I'm reading, which is the Last Ronin Re-Evolution series. I kind of started getting back into reading comic books from Kevin Eastman's run with the first Last Ronin, which not to give away too much to everybody out there, but just like a basis of it, it's following one of the turtles. The other three had unfortunately passed, and he's out to like
R.I.P.
right. He's out to like get vengeance for his fallen family and for the name of trying to remember Splinter's family name, but for the family name that that they all fought for.
Yeah.
And so he does eventually accomplish that goal, but in the next Last Ronin 2, April somehow like gets some genetics from that last turtle, and four new turtles are out, and that's what the re-evolution is leading to, is who these new four turtles are. And I like the fact that they're keeping two of them female, two of them male, so it's like bringing kind of
Balance.
yeah,
Balance.
something women can get into for comic books. We finally have more female roles for the ladies, and it's pretty cool to see them do that with the turtles, which is it's easy to twist something like that into.
Yeah, it's real cool. I
And
like that.
I'm really stoked on the turtles itself. Like they have figurines coming for them, and I can't wait to swoop them up. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah, this is Eastman cover, right? Look,
Yeah,
this looks dope. I like it.
that's why I try to bring that cover, because I
Put
really
the cover
collect
up so people can see it.
his art a lot. And then the second thing that I picked was
That's a real fresh cover.
yeah, I try to get
Eastman.
Eastman covers and Scotty Young covers a lot. So the second thing I brought was the Miles Morales Scotty Young cover, and I really enjoyed reading this. It's a Miles Morales Spider-Man number 21, which is where his story ties into the Blood Hunt series that Marvel has going on
Dope.
right now. And basically, Blood Hunt is like the vampires are taking over like everything, and they've affected everybody. They take over like Black Panther, he becomes a vampire. Miles Morales becomes a vampire. Some of them don't, and they're fighting like the resistance. And oddly enough, Doom becomes like the leader of the resistance.
Whoa, that's crazy.
And I won't tell you who's the leader of the vampires, because that's like a big plot twist and a big chunk of the story that I don't want to give away. I just want to say, if there is people that do read Marvel comic books, Blood Hunt's probably the most interesting thing they do have going on right now. So if you do see any issues of any of your favorite characters that have a tie-in to that, I would definitely check it out.
Okay.
And the
Yeah.
third thing I would like to talk about is the Batman Absolute Power tie-in, which is leading to a
Dope.
yeah, very fresh cover.
I love that cover. It looks sick.
So what happens is Batman, like 3 issues before this, ends up in jail. The Joker tricks him in there, and there's like a not a suit, but more of like a cyborg AI Batman that Batman himself created as a failsafe in case if anything happens to him.
Okay.
That takes over and ultimately locks Batman up through some shit that the Joker pulled.
That's crazy.
And Amanda Waller somehow ends up with the failsafe once Batman beats the failsafe, and she ends up making like a whole fucking team of failsafes. Flash failsafe, a Superman failsafe.
Whoa,
And
that's crazy.
and that's what absolute power is. So I brought this because it's like the first issue that starts to lead to what the absolute power story is,
Okay.
which eventually leads into the all-in story, which is about to start happening right now.
That's wild. That's what I like about these about when they make these darker versions of heroes. Sometimes it kind of gets a little more real. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all in will definitely be something you might want to check out then, because that has like the darker version of Batman that's going to be from this dark side world where he's not rich. He doesn't come up with the normal come up that we've seen Bruce Wayne come from.
Okay,
He comes from nothing.
That's like the absolute Batman that's coming
Yes,
out.
yes.
That's came out already, right? Or no?
It comes out this week on the 9th, October
Okay.
9th. I believe.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I might go pick that. I might go check that up.
I'm definitely picking it up.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big Superman fan, but the way they have the dark Superman looking from the dark side world, I'm just gonna pick up issue 1 just to see what
Just to
it's about.
see what it's like. Okay. Who's the artist on that?
I'm gonna have to check that out. I didn't look that right off the bat, but I know Snyder is doing some of that, the Batman. So
Okay, that's cool, man. Shoot, man, dude, the absolute Batman. I've been seeing the illustrations on Instagram and stuff. He looks huge. He's super buff. He's big. He has it looks like he has like a Thor type of hammer.
that comes from the symbol. That some people are complaining about the symbol, but I think it looks like
Yeah.
heavy metal and rad as fuck. So
It looks pretty
I'm a
heavy
fan
metal.
Of it.
Yeah, it looks pretty wild. It's definitely funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
yeah.
not funny, but it's funny the jokes people make about it. But it also looks metal. It looks like fuck yeah, like metal.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm all about it.
Yeah, me too, man. It's like Conan Batman almost.
You know what? It does kind of remind me of that. Yeah. Now that
it's crazy.
yeah, like the He-Man type axes and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No wonder I like it. I was a big He-Man fan.
I was a He-Man fan too. Actually, I really like Conan the Barbarian.
I need to read more about that. I remember
Yeah.
the movies, but it never caught my my radar.
Yeah, I was in the movies. I was in anything that Arnold did when I was a kid. I watched.
Okay, from Terminator up, I was definitely there.
Okay, I did.
Kindergarten Cop, all that shit.
I watched the Office shit. Like, so yeah, all to a point, start making kids movies. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
just loved him for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like the Sylvester Stallone too.
Oh
I
yeah,
used to watch
definitely.
all of his
yeah,
movies as
definitely.
well.
Yep.
And Jacques Claude, he kind of fell off earlier than the other cats, but I like the Jacques Claude too.
I was a big Van Damme fan. Bloodsport was probably my favorite movie as like a 5-year-old kid.
Oh yeah, Bloodsport. That was a movie that I technically shouldn't have been watching,
Same.
but I had that shit on.
Yep. At 5 years old, I had it on too and shouldn't have been
Yeah.
watching it, but I was definitely a big fan of Frank Dukes.
Yeah. No, what else is crazy about that Street Fighter movie I watched recently with Van Damme?
Oh, okay, yeah, the one where he was Guile.
Well, he was Guile. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the '90s one. Yeah, that was actually terribly good.
Right? Like, I remember it had so much hate when it came out, but it was like a guilty pleasure of mine to watch it.
Yeah.
I would sit back sipping Surge. Remember
Yeah,
Surge?
Surge. Yeah. Eating Domino's, sipping Surge. We're
Yeah.
doing that for sure.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, but that movie got a lot of hate. But now I look back at it, it was a good attempt for a video game movie.
A lot better than the Double Dragon movie. I
The
don't know
double,
if you've
yeah, I
ever seen
remember. Actually, unfortunately, I love that movie too.
I like it because Alyssa Milano was in it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Woo. Man, the double Dragons was slapping though, man. I can't believe you brought that up. Another one was slapping was what do you call it? Oh, I forgot the name. It had the villain showing up inside of there.
Oh, Enter the Dragon.
Enter the Dragon.
Yes,
Yes, that
absolutely.
movie was dope.
Absolute
Yeah,
classic right
that's
there.
absolute classic. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, what was the other question that I had? Before I actually brought your music. Who is your favorite What's your favorite company, Marvel or DC?
I'm gonna have to go DC. Like I know everybody's gonna hate me for
Oh,
that
okay.
because the Marvel fans run in numbers,
They do.
but I'm
We
just
we do.
right. I'm just a big Batman fan, and like it's after the Turtles, it's the first thing I look forward in the stores to grabbing is Batman, and the first omnibus I grabbed was the Batman Dark Knight's Metal. So
Okay, yeah, that's dope. I
yeah,
actually got some of those issues the other day. I got like maybe like one through four or something like that.
insane. I'm absolutely
I
like
haven't read them though.
I'm obsessed with anything that has to do with the Joker who laughs right now, or the Batman who laughs. I just
Oh,
think
okay, yeah, he
it's
looks cool.
fucking
He
rad.
looks
Yeah,
all the art looks cool from
yeah.
them. I'm not gonna lie, it looks super awesome.
I think that's where a lot of people, like when I was saying about Spawn, like a lot of characters just get me because like if it's aesthetically pleasing to like my eyes, like I'm just gonna be a fan of it right off the top. Deadpool hit me like that from the moment
Yeah,
I seen him. I was like,
Deadpool looks
this
fucking
is
cool.
shit.
You know what's crazy? They did a Dark Knights like metal album.
Okay.
Has like Deftones on there, Mastodon,
I have
Chelsea Wolf.
no clue about this. I'm gonna
Yeah, it's dope.
immediately search this up tonight.
Yeah,
Like when
dude.
I get home, this is the first thing I'm fucking
Yeah,
streaming.
I was in the comic book shop. I had already heard it that they're gonna do an album. My homie showed me the book. He's like, oh yeah, so there's some of these books came with the little 45 with the song on it. He's like, you should buy one. And I was like, nah,
That's
I
fresh.
should have, man.
Yeah, for sure. The Deftones one, I would have like. I'm a huge Deftones fan,
Oh,
so
me too.
immediately
Yeah,
let me have it.
they did a dope ass song on there too. It was
Oh,
slapping. Yeah, the Mastodon song was.
I seen them dudes live at Coachella.
Oh really?
They fucking rock.
They fucking bad. That's one of my favorite bands, dude.
Oh, sick, sick,
Yeah.
sick. I became a fan as soon as I seen them live. I was like, these guys are fucking fans.
Yeah, maybe that was like a little bit after high school. I made an EP where I sampled the guitars of certain tracks and I rewrapped their lyrics over the tracks, like a cover song of me
That's
rapping the
fucking hard.
Mastodon song.
That's fucking hard.
There's like a couple songs off Blood Mountain and a couple songs off the Leviathan.
Dude, I kind of like bringing that up. I kind of wanted to do like a cover song. If you ever want to dabble on some shit like this.
Yeah, let's do some shit like that for sure.
Yeah.
Especially if there's some new metal songs or some heavy metal song covers, that should be hard.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because we could replay them here in the studio, you know.
Yeah, there's plenty of that shit that I love. Like I'm such a fan of like the shit that was coming between like '96 to '99, like the Manson, Korn, Deftones.
Oh yeah, that was the time.
Even the first Limp Bizkit, the first two albums.
The
Like
first two albums were slapping.
I know people hate that band, but those first two albums were
Oh
fucking
my
hard.
god, I still
and,
play them, man.
yeah, I
Like,
still listen to $3 Bill Y'all today.
yeah, they
and
came
it's
out.
still classic.
Limp Bizkit came out with the album recently, and surprisingly, it was really slapping. They brought like a lot of the vibes back from the earlier albums.
I've been seeing that
And it
their
was
live
cracking,
shows are like
yeah.
that. Like he has that energy where he's like he just doesn't give a fuck about the negative shit, and it's just
Yeah.
about the love that and that's what it should be
That's
about. The love that the
exactly.
people who support them are giving them, and it's still cool as fuck to see that many Biscuit heads out there.
Yeah,
That's
for
what's
reals,
dope.
yeah. I still fuck with him, man. I think Wes Borland's one of the best creative guitar players to ever
Yeah.
like make music, especially that
Yeah.
genre. Like we had the Tom Morellos
Oh,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking I forgot the guitarist of Tool name, but
I know
that
who you're
guy
talking about. Yeah.
that guy had some creative riffs
Seeing them
too.
live, amazing band.
And like I miss the bands. Like now it's cool if people are doing really technical shit. But I miss the '90s, like you said, '96 between 2000.
Yeah.
A lot of new metal bands, they call them, had unusual riffs. Like Mudvayne had a lot of crazy bass lines and unorthodox riffs.
Yes.
They're just trying to make new sounding shit. I feel like.
I have this playlist that like it's based on music that came out between '96 and I don't let anything go past like 2001 because I feel like that's when I was the most influenced to who I am today.
Oh, okay.
Because I just look back at that shit, I'm like, this is why I am who I am today because of Significant Other, because of Insane Clown Posse's The
Oh,
Amazing
yeah.
Jekyll Brothers,
Yeah.
because of fucking like so much rad crazy shit that was going on. I mean, Marilyn Manson's Mechanical Animals, it was like
That was
some of the
pretty good.
weirdest shit that he did. Some people were just like, what the he had tits on that album cover and shit.
Yeah.
But that album sonically is like one of his best, to me, top 3 albums like he's
Yeah.
ever done. Like,
Do you remember? This is off topic to music again, but do you remember the Fungus Among Us by Incubus?
oh yes, yes.
That's another one that
Yes.
kind of shaped my mind around like way I create music. You know?
Yeah, a lot of the stuff they were talking about, especially on the first album when they were talking about like, do you want to wait till 2012 AD?
Yeah,
Fuck.
that shit was fucking
I was like,
super
what is
dope.
he talking about? Made me start like thinking about like Gnosticism and shit that was outside of like organized religion and shit like
Yeah,
that.
they had a lot of tracks like that.
Yeah,
They're very spiritual. They're more spiritual than the people that they are lumped into the lumped into the categories with, because they're
yeah,
kind of lumped to this new metal category,
yeah.
which they kind of had that sound a little bit,
And
but
songs like Drive, where they're so
yeah,
accessible to that like poppy
yeah,
side of almost indie rock, but they still had that heavy metal
yeah.
edge to them.
I think that's why they started making songs like that. They started trying
Yeah,
to pull themselves out of that sound,
yeah,
but at the same time, even though they're heavier kind of songs or the heavier, more funk inspired songs,
yeah,
they're really like deep songs that made you think about like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
he
yeah,
was tapped in
yeah,
like
yeah.
super like. I
That
mean, still
that
now
first
like
album was
yeah.
insane. Like I listened to it now and I'm just like, dude, they were on some shit.
Yeah, they still have amazing songs now. It's just those older songs tap into the younger me.
Yeah,
So it
yeah,
makes it. I
yeah,
think about mosh pitting. I think about jumping
yeah,
up and down. I think about like dancing to like certain
yeah.
songs. You know what I mean?
They were like, I mean, Brandon. When I say he, like, because he was doing the lyric writing and the
Yeah,
songwriting, he was tapped into shit that we were relating to at that time. So when we think back about it, like, not that there's anything, because I still fuck with like every Incubus. That's
yeah,
but I definitely get what you're saying. Because when I listen to Science, I'm like, yes, it brings like this side of me where I'm like, yes, talk about this
yeah,
shit. Like,
yeah. Another band I liked from back then was System of a Down.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, then they have the same kind of effect to me. I like all their songs. Like
yeah.
I feel like they're a band that's never made a bad song.
Never a bad album.
Never a bad album, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But still, when I hear songs off the first two albums,
yeah,
it takes me back to middle school and high school, and
yeah,
those songs affect my consciousness in a
yeah,
certain kind of
yeah.
way. And I was like, fuck yeah,
Big time, big
yeah,
time.
big time, yeah.
Spiders, man, like I could go on and on about them. Like I have such a passion for that band, and was lucky enough to see him 2 times, and the second time was
That's awesome. I've never seen them live before. I wish I could have seen them live.
the second time I seen him was in the height of Toxicity, and it was like the dude from Drowning Pool had died like 3 days before that, so they dedicated the performance to him. And it's
Oh,
such
okay,
like an amazing performance. They stole the night. Rob Zombie performed with the original White Zombie that night.
that's
Ozzy
crazy.
performed with the original Black Sabbath that night. System of a Down stole the night. It was incredible.
Man.
Yeah, yeah.
Man.
And all three of those bands rock. Rob Zombie, every time I've seen him, he's fucking like, he's a
Yeah, Rob
master of
Zombie is
craft.
a master for sure. Well, you know what? We're gonna wrap it up, guys. I want to thank you guys for checking me out. Tell them where to find you.
TheProblemChild.big, cartel.com, on Instagram at TheProblemChild. I got a brand new album out right now called Fire Crotch and Gastrals. It's actually 2 different albums you can check out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, album artwork by my boy Lunch Bar, and mixed and mastered by the homie Notice Young.
Yay.
Yes, sir. Features by Chucky Chuck, Scribble, and the homie Speaks. Yes, sir.
Yay. So yeah, and you know where to find me, www.brandonwizardart.com. As you know, I got a weekly comic book out. We drop in a page every other week, and I got the full length Kickstarter about to drop. So hit me up, and may the force be with you. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to tell your friends that you love them. You know, we're not promised tomorrow. Amen. Peace.
Whoop whoop.